Hey guys, I will be right with you. Hi Nita. Hello Nicole. How are you ladies? Give me 2 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. Hey CJ. All right. How was everyone tonight? Everyone have a good day? I was actually going to postpone this live because everybody is with the new body cam footage from Gabby, which there's a couple parts I want to go over, but I actually have other things I want to talk about. Hey, GB, Casby, Anita Phillips. I'm good and no complaints. It's crazy. Everyone's dissecting the new body cam footage. It's another big, unfortunate what if. Poor Gabby Petito. You think about it, it's like how many what ifs were involved with the Gabby Petito heartbreaking story. Hey, Carpe DM. I know I forgot your email yesterday, but I have it on my notes, so I am going to play that tonight. But the first thing I want to discuss tonight is Xavier Harrelson. Most of us have heard that they found a body 4 miles from where he lived that are wearing, well, they had basically the same clothing on that they found that Xavier went missing with. Hey, too iconic. Yes, I heard about Maya Marcano. My clients at work probably think I'm crazy because I sit there all day with an ear pod stuck into my head, and they probably look at my face expressions and think, what in the world? Is she like having a full conversation with herself in her head? I joke around and I say, "Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm planning a staff meeting." Nita Phillips and if only. There's so many. Nita, there are so many if onlys. It's horrible. So let's just see about little Xavier. Rest in peace. Sad. Hello, Pandora's Karma. Come on. You can do it. Let me just mute this ad. I can't see chat for 1 second, guys.
With breaking news out of Poweshiek County, we've been following since late this afternoon. Iowa, D.C. Yeah, just in the last 20 minutes confirming human remains have been found in an area just north of Montezuma. They appear to be at an adolescent, and that the clothing with those remains is consistent with what investigators were told Xavior Harrelson was wearing when he went missing 4 months ago. Here's a look at the scene earlier this afternoon. Video from KCCI out of Des Moines showing major law enforcement presence just off Highway 63 and Ewart Road, about 4 miles north of Montezuma. You see the Powashik County Sheriff there. Now, DCI says a farmer found remains today, contacted authority. That's what has led to that scene there. You saw Crime Lab as well. Of course, Xavior, the 11-year-old that went missing from Montezuma on May 27th, 4 months and 3 days ago. We have a crew that's pulling up to that scene right now. We'll hopefully be talking to them in a matter of minutes, so stay with us for updates throughout the next half hour and certainly throughout the rest of the night for those developments in Powashik County.
Is that not sad? There was his mother spoke out. But let me show you guys where poor little Xavier was found. I made all my little notes. Nita Phillips, bittersweet news about Xavier. Glad he was found, but wish he had been alive. Justice for Xavier. Me too. Hello, Pandora, vegan. I'm not going to cam down and try to find out exactly where he was found. I'm just going to show you guys. This is where he was living with his mom. In here in the mobile home park. And then he was found 4 miles north at the Highway 63, and I think it's Ewart Road. And so somewhere around here. A vegan asks, is that the same boy? This is the little 11-year-old. Well, he was 10 when he went missing. And he went for a bike ride, supposedly. And he was never seen again 3 months ago. Highway 63 and Ewart Road. So somewhere around here in a field. Pandora, Monkey, do you believe that the Laundrie attorney is quick to give updates to reporters about what is happening at the Laundrie's house in the search as a way of telling Brian via social media? Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff on them. We're going to jump into Brian next, but I just wanted to give you guys really the latest update. I do want you to see Xavier's mom real quick. I think this might be the one. 1 second, guys. It's almost like it's pretty sad, the mom. This is not the one. 1 second, guys. Look how organized I got tonight. There was one video where the mom spoke out, and it was actually pretty heartbreaking.
Build Back Better, a plan for American jobs and families. Tax cuts hard-working families deserve. And for households making under $400,000 a year, it doesn't cost 1 penny. Build Back Better, tax cuts and economic growth for families like yours.
We start tonight with the discovery of human remains in Powashik County. Right now, investigators are trying to confirm the identity of the person who died. Iowa DCI has confirmed the body belongs to an adolescent, but has not confirmed if that is missing 11-year-old Xavior Harrelson. This is the area where those remains were found. Ewart Road and 110th Street. That's about 5 miles just north of Montezuma, a few miles southeast of the small town of Ewart. It's not too far from where Xavier was last seen 4 months ago. We flew Sky 8 over the scene where there were multiple cars clustered together on that gravel road. You can see there's not much around other than farmland. We have team coverage for you tonight regarding today's discovery and the case of missing Xavier Harrelson. KCCI's Chris Gothner spoke to the woman who first reported Xavier missing. But first, KCCI's Kayla James has been at the scene of today's investigation all evening. She is here with what we know so far. Kayla?
Yeah, Rhea, like you said, investigators say they can't yet confirm the identity of the remains, but they can't confirm if it is Xavier Harrelson, but we do know the body does belong to that of a child. The road here is still closed behind me, but earlier today, investigators spoke with us and they gave us an idea of what they were doing behind those barricades. One by one, investigators pulled onto a road in rural Poweshiek County on Thursday. A phone call made early in the afternoon is what drove law enforcement agencies to the acres and acres of fields just north of Montezuma.
Sheriff's office received a call from a local farmer that they had found what they thought to be is human remains in a field.
First on the scene, the Poweshiek County Sheriff's Office, who then called the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation. KCCI's cameras were rolling as other agencies quickly arrived, including a vehicle with the state medical examiner's office. Crime scene photographers swept through the area and were told investigators carefully examined the remains.
Or the clothing that we see on scene, even though it's obviously soiled and stuff, is consistent with what we knew Xavier to last be wearing.
It could take weeks for the medical examiner's office to identify the remains, discover the cause of death, and figure out how long the body has been in the area. And while investigators emphasize there's no way yet of confirming if the body found is Xavier Harrelson, they did reach out to his family to share what they know.
My detective talked to Sarah Harrelson, and naturally she was upset. So she was crying. So,
as well as his father and grandparents.
And in the last hour, we've seen a few investigators leave from behind these barricades, but we're not expected to get any more updates tonight. But our Team 8 coverage does continue with KCCI's Chris Gothner. He's live on Montezuma Town Square, where Chris heard from a family friend who reported Xavier missing.
Yeah, Samantha Ricks was the first person to make the call to authorities to report Xavier Harrelson missing, and she's part of the reason why Montezuma is covered in missing persons posters and these orange ribbons designed to raise awareness for Xavier's case. Today's news is not what she wanted to hear. Now, while authorities did not officially confirm that the body found was that of Xavier Harrelson, all the pieces are there for Ricks to conclude that this more than 4-month period of searching and hoping to find the little boy alive is likely over tonight. Her son is one of Xavier's best friends. She said after we talked to her tonight, she had to break the news to her son. Understandably so, this is all very emotional for her.
The smile that I will never see again that's probably the hardest part for me to comprehend right now. That little boy was so full of joy. I can't imagine what his family's going through right now. I mean, he's just my little friend, you know.
Rick says she is grateful for the support both here in Montezuma, across Iowa, and across the country. She's urging people to not only keep a close eye on their own kids, but kids in the community as well. We're live in Montezuma tonight. Chris Gothner, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
Thank you so much, Chris and Kayla. We want to stress that law enforcement has not confirmed a connection between today's investigation and the search for Xavier Harrelson. That search started on May 27th. Xavier disappeared just days before his 11th birthday. He was last seen at his home at a mobile home park on the north side of Montezuma. 2 days later, hundreds of law enforcement officers and volunteers combed through the town and areas nearby for any sign of him, but turned up nothing. Most recently, on September 9th, a search focused on the Fox Forest County Recreation Area just southwest of Montezuma. That search also turned up nothing. In the time since, the community has come together to support Xavier's friends and family,
Absolutely heartbreaking.
lining the streets of Montezuma with orange ribbons, Xavier's favorite color. Local businesses help raise tens of thousands of dollars for a reward fund to help bring him home. You can keep track.
You have to wonder. They say, was it an accident? Did he just happen to end up in a cornfield deceased? A 10-year-old boy going to turn 11? I mean, the only thing I can honestly think of that's something that would happen that would be horrendous to even think about, but maybe he got hit by a car riding his bike and the person panicked, and that's the only thing that it doesn't even make sense how you could even do that to a little boy. But he did not end up in a cornfield like Molly Tibbetts is what they're comparing it to, just in a cornfield. Let me check on comments. Hello, Wogs. Wogs, don't start. Hello, my elderly cat. Hello, Miss Tawanda. CJ has to be related to that sex trafficking ring and that guy and his mom was dating. You think it's related to James, the one that was in that delayed the Christian Bahena trial? I love saying that name, Christian Bahena. Figure skating coach, hello. Um, and that ring, hello, you're saucy. And that the traffic house ring, I don't know. Let's get into what's going on with good old Brian Laundrie. I want to look at this one guy's Twitter page, Robert Sherman. He was actually showing some interesting things that he found. And DeSoto. I heard that he was like totally attached to Dog's hip. It's been a while though since he posted. Here he posts and says that Brian Laundrie's attorney, Steve Bertolino, the FBI is at the Laundrie home today to collect some personal items belonging to Brian that will assist the canines in their search for Brian. There is nothing more to this. Interesting, right? Why do you guys think that they went back to get a second set of Brian's DNA? Hey, K Smalls. Is that not just a little strange? Maybe the first set they got wasn't strong enough? Let's get down to where he talks about where he spoke to Dog today. Got a specimen. Yeah, too iconic, but why do you think they went back for a second one? Yeah, I got videos on that, Nita. And I also have the clip that Kaz sent me where about her, I hate even saying it, being beaten to death. So this is Brian Entlin when he talks about speaking to Dog. I haven't heard it. I don't know if all of you have heard it, but let's just listen to what he says.
Did you see anything out at those islands yesterday that would indicate he was there?
Well, we found an old little camp spot, and of course you can't tell it was him. But I did see that it's very easy to hide out there. But these dogs are, they go by the scent of humans, and not just like a bloodhound where you got to give a bloodhound like an old sock or an old shirt, and then he hunts down the scent. these dogs, these German Shepherds, hunt down the adrenaline scent. So we did find one guy way back in there, and the dogs hit on him, and we went up to him, and he's an older man. It wasn't him. So this is a very good place that Brian picked to hide.
So you still think he's in that area near the campground? Is that what you think?
Yes, for right now, yes. I mean, you gotta, when you have leads like we've got, you've got to work them in groups and bunches, and you got to get that lead. You got to work that lead till it ends. I mean, it's not, this is a lot of hunts like this big are tough. This is a pretty tough, not the toughest I've ever had at all. But this is you got to work this.
Right. I think people just want, obviously, an immediate resolution to all this, but it sounds like it may take some time.
It could, but the leads, please, everyone, keep pouring in these leads because they're guiding us. So that's going to be the reason of our success is the leads that the people, my family, get.
Right. Yeah, and I talked to your daughter last night, Lisa, and she was telling me, you've been doing this so long. There are the skeptics out there that say, oh, he's just here for publicity. I mean, what do you say to them?
Well, hopefully I don't need the publicity. I mean, my shows are on every single day on TV, and I think everybody knows who I am. So, I could do other things to get publicity besides this. 45 years I've done this. This is what I do for a living.
Okay.
And I really don't care what there's 3% people saying bad things out of 100%. So I don't look at that ever, never have. I don't care what they think. They said the same thing with so many cases. Andrew Luster, the Max Factor Air, 87 counts of rape. They all said, oh, he's chasing a shooting star. He'll never catch. 64 days later, after we started the hunt, I caught him in Mexico. So I don't look at the bad skeptics. I don't look at that.
And just my last question. I know you can't tell me everything or much, and a lot of it's secret. But you're going to be busy today, or sort of what's the plan for today?
No, we are busy today. We've got a couple brand new leads. that are pointing towards the direction we're in. And we will not. One thing about me is I'm ruthless and relentless, and I do not give up. So we're not going home till we catch this guy or he's caught.
I don't care who catches him. The FBI.
Did you
John
see anything
Walsh,
out at those islands yesterday?
dog. Somebody sees him at a gas station. So this was him. I know you guys probably seen, a lot of you've already seen these, but this one's only a minute long. How many of you in this room right now honestly think that Brian is in Fort DeSoto on one of those islands? Wog's Raw Dog has clocked in. Hello, Anthony. Me personally, CJ, you do? I don't think he is.
We're looking for Mr. Brian. There's a few islands that are out here. We've heard different rumors about kayaks being purchased, cell phones that can't be tracked being purchased. It's just rumors right now, but we assume that he had a couple kayaks, one of them for his goods and one of them for him. So these islands right here, there's 4 or 5 of them. We're covering them with canines.
I'm not trying to interrupt in this minute video, but I really hope that dog boy here puts some sunscreen on soon because that sun is kicking his butt.
Got a bunch of volunteers out here. Most of them are former law enforcement or former Navy SEALs and Marines. And of course we got Fox News with us. So we're on the hunt. We're getting I feel real good about it. These dogs are trained to track scent, the adrenaline of a human, not like a sock and find the guy. So these dogs are incredible. They went through all this. Took me an hour to go through it. Took that dog 5 minutes. So that really helps. And unfortunately, these dogs do bite.
He said, unfortunately, these dogs do bite. Yeah, he's getting red. And Lori, I hope he's putting sunblock on. Let's keep on going because this is something that was big today. At work, I heard about this as well. It was something about the monster can, and I'll scroll down in a second, but also something about the bag the mom was leaving the house with. Supposedly, you could see one of those sticking out of the top of the bag. I seen the picture, but I really didn't inspect the picture. Nori says it was full, then empty, too iconic. The feds carried it in and out today. Now, do you guys think that maybe they're setting up little clues around places and he's not in that area anymore? I think if the FBI is still looking in the reserve, I think they're looking for a dead Brian. I think we actually saw this one last night. Maybe the mom was thirsty. Hey, Linky. Yeah, this was the one from last night. And then something about he found flip-flops that were burned or something. Hello, Tiffany Clark. We are going to help him pay for his next bout of plastic surgery. I don't know. I'm just seeing if there's anything else new. Yeah, I don't think that looks like him, but let me see something. I don't think so. Tiffany says dog is on his honeymoon at 70. He could be. He better put some sunblock on or he's going to be laying in a bathtub full of vinegar. I don't think that man on the right. What do you guys think? I mean, the hairline is similar. I think the guy on the right's a little too light. Courtney Grice, may I ask, as a long-term sub, what your name is, so don't refer to as your puppy's name. My name is Mar, M-A-R. So my name is there, but obviously my dog owns me. Yeah, I don't think that's him. Debunk that theory. All right. I want to go to this one girl's page. She's got a lot of good stuff. Let's see if she's got anything new. Have you guys heard of Shelby Trin Simonson? Let me drop the link to her page. Hello, Benton. She actually has like play by play date time. Like this woman has really. I actually have them. Let me just open them up a little bigger. I actually. It just goes on about the Laundrie had the family reservation. This was 9/1 to 9/3. Inevitably, they canceled the camping trip. Laundrie's family attorney. It was canceled via call on 8/31. And I sent you guys the link to this page right here, what I'm looking at. Okay, I'll do that in a couple minutes, Anthony. I don't want to get sidetracked because I see a lot of squirrels as it is. You know, and the timeline is just crazy. 9 to 9:10, the Laundrie neighborhood neighbor witnessed the entire family going for a casual walk. Gabby's mother reaches out to Brian. So these are really detailed. I mean, this is just completely some serious detailed timeline. But this one that she has highlighted at the bottom in blue, what does that say? 9:30, 9:10 Eastern, seen leaving their home in the truck. Back at 11:46, provided by Brian Enton. FBI showed back up at the Laundries. I have that video. We're going to look at it. Entering the camper, unaware of what they took. And I've got some type of picture of like what they're holding, but I can't figure out what it is. Family attorney states it was going to collect fresh items for scent, and family is cooperating. They leave the Laundrie home. It's hard to see chat. Hello, Angel and Marty. Courtney, I said hello to you. Let's see one thing. And then, of course, we've got all of the calls that were made from the Laundrie home to the Northport police. Most of them were problems settled. 9:10. Phone, cell, landline, etc. Reported time 9/10/2021. 1558. Problem settled. And I think there is 7 pages of those. 6 pages. So they were definitely calling the police department a lot, or maybe the police were just driving by to see what was going on. Lanky Tor, do you guys think his dad is unhinged, bat crazy? Who's dad? Brian Laundrie's father? I think the whole family's pretty shitty for what they've done. Another one problem settled. And then this was a new picture of Gabby that I actually had never seen before today. It might be my new favorite picture. What a shame. Is Andy Cruz in here? Hola, Andy Cruz. Is that not just a beautiful picture of Gabby? Benton. Benton says, I bet he used to hide under mother's dress. Hello, Mama B. Tiffany Clark Grove. What a shame, right? Absolute shame. Okay, let me see what else I've got saved. Let's go have a look at Brian Ensign real quick and see if I sent you Shelby Trin Simonson's Twitter page. She is like on the money. That is where those timelines come from. And I'm back there again. Let's go back to Brian. Too iconic. Oh, she was so beautiful. Figure skating coach. Beautiful young woman, her whole life ahead of her. So sad. It's just one of those. And then Brian's got the body cam. We can look at a little bit of it, guys, if you want. But I want to look at these other few things that I had put on my notes. It actually makes me really sad to watch these. Let me drop Brian's Twitter. It's just like one of those things, you watch it, but you know the outcome, and there's nothing you can do. And it just makes me depressed. I don't know about depressed. It pulls at my heartstrings. You're saucy. Hey there, Lanky. I hope you had a great day. I love you. Everybody loves Lanky. Too iconic. Oh my God. The officer made Gabby about when she grew to be a full grown man, and then that he doubted she'd ever be a full grown man. Hindsight of the joke. Yeah, I watched it, and I don't know. It's just something that, I mean, we could watch it and we can dissect it all day long. And why didn't they arrest? I mean, at that point, who cares? Why didn't they arrest both of them? Like, it didn't matter. It was a domestic violence, but it's a what if, and it's a what if that unfortunately we cannot change. Let's see if anything's different. I can't even stand looking at his face. He was such a creeper. He's a creeper. Let's see what this is 2 hours ago. I think he's actually talking about the body cam footage.
How's the signal? So, have you guys had a chance to watch this body cam video? I don't know if you saw it on News Nation. We got it on at 9, and I tweeted a little bit. I'm going to tweet the full video in a minute. Have you guys seen the video?
Yeah, we've seen the video, Brian. It's very depressing. Did you see this one with the FBI agent Jennifer, where she believes that Brian is alive? Hi, Shona. If this happened in Polk County, Anthony says, County Sheriff Judd Bryan locked up for using Gabby's car, but it did not happen in Polk County, Florida. Tiffany Clark in Loving Fight Club hardly makes you an intellectual or social justice warrior. He is all the things he pretends to hate. Yeah, like his comment, bug bites are something better than being ridiculed. I don't know, whatever he said about social media. Did you guys see? It's only 49 seconds.
Alive?
Let's just listen.
Yes. I
And
still
why?
think he is.
Last week when I talked to you, you said you thought Brian Laundrie was alive. Today, do you still think Brian Laundrie's alive?
Yes. I
And
still
why?
think he is alive. I think he's alive because I don't think someone with his personality and with everything they have done to date that they would do for somebody who is not alive. Let me give you some examples. First of all, as I mentioned, they have retained an attorney to get them through this process. Number two, I don't see the Laundries out frantically looking for their son. Obviously, they know the Bureau is looking. They are doing nothing, and their whole demeanor is not the demeanor of frantic parents concerned that their son is dead somewhere.
Last week when I talked to you, you said you thought Brian Laundrie was alive. Today, do you still think Brian Laundrie's alive?
Interesting. She says too that she believes he's basically too much of a coward to do anything. I don't know. That's what I love about you guys in here, because everyone can totally have their own opinion and not go, well, how the F can you think like that? That is not what's going on. Well, we're going to have to wait and find out. But I will say that fight earlier, oh, here's the picture. That fight earlier with the neighbors, guys, I was at work doing my client's hair and I had an earpod in and I was listening to that fight. And my client, of course, doesn't know that I have an earpod in because I don't want to be rude. And I was laughing so hard that I'm telling you, my clients think that I have people talking in my head and having full conversation with them. Yeah, I got a little article too about the two phones I want to talk about. But so what is this? Let me save this picture. And I'm going to open it up a little bigger. Sorry guys, I'm trying to watch chat and stuff, but it's hard, but I'll check in. Hello, Mercedes girl. Andy, it's good to see you in here. Unfortunately, there's no drama here. But you're probably like, hooray! I don't know. To me, that looks like a specimen cup. What does that look like to you? Or do they have something? What do you guys think that is? My elderly cat. If the parents were willing to help him flee, then care about him, so they would be like frantic if they thought he was dead. My opinion on that is I think the parents might have gotten the burner phone. I also think that maybe they thought they were going to be in contact. Like maybe they didn't realize he left the burner phone there until he was already gone. And here's another thing that bothers me, and I'll find the picture in a second. But I don't want to sound like a parrot. First, guys, I want to hear your opinions. What is up with this picture? CJ, I think it's evidence collection of some sort. I do too. They took it out of the back of the van, right? Purple gloves. But what is, you can't see my mouse. Like, obviously, those are his very long fingers. Benson says dirt. I don't know. Are those shoes right there? Maybe something off the bottom of shoes. You know what? That's actually, they could be comparing the soil. You know, those forensic scientists can figure out if you were somewhere, if you have a leaf that fell in your trunk. Yeah, maybe the camper went somewhere other than the beach, all right?
Can you tell us what you're looking for in the camper?
Oh, you can hear Brian. You gotta love him.
Was there anything significant in the camper? Okay, so they just went.
Okay, wait a second. Let me go back up to that picture because this says, oh, the agent was holding this. I thought, so you, how would there be your, and Anthony says something about taking the water sample from Brian's toilet. But don't you think it's been flushed and it's been a while since I don't know anything about that. Toilet urine samples. Let's see what else he's got. Because I have a couple of other videos. This one's actually a long one. When the FBI were at the house. I don't know if it's toilet water. It could be a lot of things. It could be dirt, though. I mean, you can totally place somebody with a dirt sample from Wyoming to whatever if there was that dirt on the bottom of someone's shoes. So then we know here the laundry's left in the house and they came back. We watched him talk to dog. And here you can wait a second. I'm going. Hello, Nita. I'm going to. I have to play the fight again. Hello, Ann Lane. I'm trying to say hi to everyone that I see. Guys, I'm gonna. I'm. I gotta play this again. This. This right here was unbelievable. I think this is the highlight of the whole entire thing since the search for Brian has started.
You gonna hit a woman? Is that what you're about to do? I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you what you ain't no sleuth. You can sit here all you want with your megaphone. I don't care. But you come on my property again, I'm gonna beat you. You're going to prison, buddy. Okay? You're going to prison. Call 911. You're going to prison. Call 911. You're going to prison. This ain't you. You're going to prison. Sorry, you live in a cell. Shut up. No, let's try you right there. Ooh. Good. Charges on you, pal. Come on, my charges. The whole world's watching you. You just assaulted me on camera. You did. You're going to jail. You just assaulted me on camera. You just assaulted me on camera. You assaulted me on camera. You are going to jail. I'm pressing charges.
Okay, Brian, I feel for both of those parties. I'm sure those neighbors have had it with what's going on outside of the Laundrie home, and probably have had it with the Laundries and how this all began with them in the first place. But, oh my God, saying the things that those protesters said to that neighbor and suggesting he's going to prison. Are the police going to do anything about this? Because I'm worried something worse is going to happen.
Well, we'll find out. I mean, the police haven't been out here yet today. We haven't seen them. They drove by a couple of times. They didn't come out after that fight. But I was sitting in the truck. You know, we've been sort of camped out here every day and all sorts of stuff happens. I started hearing the commotion. I jump out. Luis, my cameraman, is shooting the whole thing. And it's sad that it's becoming a bit of a circus out here because you've still got Brian Laundrie on the run and you've got Gabby Petito's family still grieving. And I hate to see that.
I do too. You know, I think the other kind of protesting has been a little nicer. Last night you were showing us pictures of the flower bombing that people are sending florists to the Laundrie house with messages for Gabby. Are there more? Have they taken them in? Is it gaining steam? What else is happening out in front of the house?
Yeah, so there's been a few more, maybe more than a few more flower deliveries today. Let me show you. I at least saw a few show up. You look in front of
Oh my gosh, look at the flowers. See, I didn't see this.
the door here we showed you last night. Wow. You can see there are more. There's more right out front there, and then there's others that have been delivered here to the corner of the yard. That you can see over here. There's been other deliveries too. I'm telling you, I mean, it's like never a dull moment out here. You had Amazon today. You had FedEx delivering packages. You had pizzas delivered. You had multiple McDonald's meals, coffee, donuts. The interesting thing is all of that was outside. All the food was outside with the flowers. At some point, the family came out, the mom or the dad, took all the food in. So the food is gone tonight, but all the flowers are still outside.
So maybe the food was theirs, but weird that it had been sitting out for a long time. There's that FedEx guy. I think you were trying to ask him a question. Do we have sound on that? Let me just ask our control room if we can hear the mics on that FedEx moment. Let's roll it.
How's it going, sir? Did it look like a flower delivery?
Do you know what the package was?
I can't disclose any of that, sorry.
Was it flowers?
I have no idea. Have a good one.
I can't. You cannot make that up. I actually have to read a comment. I think it was Tatanka. She sent flowers. She sent DoorDash. And I think she sent something else over to the Laundrie's house today. O'Brien's like, you got anything? You got anything? So, where do they have a video of the neighbor being arrested? You that guy completely lost his marbles. Linky Tour says Linky, they took all the food in. But they left at least they left the flowers in the front. Let's see if anything's going on with good old JB. Yeah, Tatanka said that she sent a few items over there today. How sad. Hang on, guys. I can't see chat. I wanted to. And then, of course, DeSoto. Yeah, I don't see him on that little island right there. That's probably mangroves and yeah. Hey, Shreddertainment. Shredder, I need to drop the Discord link before I end this stream for you. Let me look at comments 1 second, guys. I want to see. Little, I can't even look at his face, Brian. Were those flowers? To the FBI. What are you collecting? I love Brian Ensign. Just want to see one thing, guys. 1 sec. Here we go. Two hours ago. Yeah, this is the one too, where they're talking about his phone, but I have, yeah, this one right here is what I wanted. So, what was it about the phone that they were talking about? I bet you Too Iconic knows. So obviously they had two phones when they got pulled over by the police. Then there was no phone, no Gabby phone, and then he went and got a burner phone. But then the burner phone was left at the house and the FBI has that one. Hey, Too Tall Rob. So where is this phone? Let's see what they say about the phone. 10 days before he vanished, Brian Laundrie bought a new cell phone, according to the Laundrie family's attorney. Bertolino tells 8 on your side the FBI now has that phone. But many have been asking about Gabby Petito's phone and whether Laundrie had a different phone while they were together on their road trip. Since the phones undoubtedly hold valuable clues, 8 on your side has been looking into that question. We closely examined the police body camera video after the couple's alleged domestic dispute in Moab, Utah on the 12th. The video shows that at the time, Petito and Laundrie both had phones. We know Petito had a phone. Her mom, Nicole, got an odd text on the 27th, according to the search warrant, and a final text on August 30th. About 42 minutes into the police stop in Utah, video shows Laundrie reach into the passenger side of the van. He hands a female law enforcement official Petito's cell phone. She got her cell phone. She's calling her parents, the officer told other officials minutes later. That phone from the passenger side stays in Petito's lap. Meanwhile, with Laundrie, when we backed up the video to before he retrieved Petito's cell phone, he is seen slipping what appears to be a different phone into his pocket. Toward the end of the stop, you can see Laundrie pull a phone out of his pocket. The family attorney did not reveal anything about the phone on the cross-country trip, but he says Laundrie did purchase a new phone on September 4th, 3 days after he returned to Northport without Petito. The attorney says the FBI has the new phone, states it was not a burner phone. Laundrie reportedly had an account with AT&T for the new phone. Right now, it remains unclear if the FBI has retrieved Petito's cell phone. Hello, Amy. Well, that is what they know and what they told me. So that is the stories about the cell phone. So there he is with his cell phone, little creeper. And then there she is. And also you notice that she's got like a string that comes off her cell phone. Pandora's karma, Gabby had told the officer, make sure he gets his charger. Yeah, so he had a phone then. She had a phone. There's no Gabby phone. Who knows where the phone is that he's holding here? And then his new supposedly not burner phone from AT&T is with the FBI. See what these fast facts are real quick about the search at DeSoto. That's just about Gabby's death, and I just can't even read that anymore. And then Dog the Bounty Hunter finds no conclusive Laundrie evidence on Wednesday, but today he found a couple of interesting things. I didn't know that yesterday a pastor stopped by their house. Brian Laundrie's dad receives Dunkin' Donuts, other packages outside house as American hunts son. Brian Laundrie's father, Chris, on Wednesday afternoon walked outside for the first time since Tuesday morning as protesters and media continue to wait outside their Northport, Florida home for answers. Chris cracked open his front door on Wednesday afternoon to pick up a box of Dunkin' Donuts, other boxes and flowers that had been delivered to his home earlier that day. FedEx, Amazon, food. Yep, he took the donuts. Anthony, this whole thing has pulled people across the world. Amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. All right, let me see what else I wanted to talk about. Yeah, this right here too. This one bothered me, but I'm gonna play it because I didn't listen to the whole thing. Oh, thank you, Tawanda. Thank you for all you're doing. Awesome place to come and express your opinions with no hate. Love you.
Build
I
Back
love you
Better.
too, girl.
A plan for American jobs and families.
This right here really bothered me. A lot of people thought that they did not know that she was slapped by Laundrie, but
1063, attempt to locate. Continuing attempt to locate, time lapse of about probably 40 seconds. RP states seen a male hit a female domestic. He got into a white Ford Transit van, has a black ladder on the back, Florida plate of Quebec Fox Tango Golf 03. The van turned right onto Main Street from Moonflower Market and headed north onto Main Street, 1638.
2T8 out at Moonflower.
1641.
So 2T8, do you have a phone number for the RP? Maybe you're still landline and a location where our victim's at?
Phone number is name's, I'm not sure where it's at, but the female who got hit, they both, the male and the female, both got into the van and headed north.
2T8, 2T9.
You know, her face in that picture is I could totally cry looking at the expression on her face right there. That was just her, yeah, lots of Lottie. Hello. Hello, Robbie Page. Um, oh my gosh. I did not see that earlier. I heard it, but I did not see her face. And they're being told that he slapped her. And you put him in a hotel and let her sleep in a van? I don't know. But then again, even if he spent the night in jail, would that have changed anything? What was up about the flip flops that dog found? That were at a campfire? ITZB Mac, hello. Let me give you my email. Yeah, my email is in every single videos in the description. Let me look at comments for a second, and then I want to play a couple of videos that I got from a couple of my faves that come in here. It's BMAX. Maybe because he was fighting with one of them earlier in the day. I don't know. He had scratches. She was slapping him. He was slapping. But still, no, doesn't matter. No man should ever put their hands on a woman. Robbie Page, Linky Tori, you're so nice. She is Robbie. She's one of the nicest people with a pure heart and very good intentions. Benton Resch, that stuff wasn't his because he isn't there. Another thing that keeps coming through my mind when I think about this, even though it has, like, it's not important at all, but I don't know why I keep thinking about it. Maybe I'm the only one, but I keep thinking about the way the back of the van looked when the police pulled them over. I mean, that to me was, if he did that to her, like, he is, I don't know, maybe like, you know, like when Jack Nicholson in The Shining, and he goes and he's all normal, maybe a little creepy, and then he goes into that isolation of that hotel and he's like, Jackie's here. Like, maybe that's what happened to Brian. Like, maybe he just lost it. Hey, gamer boy. Gamer guy, I'm sorry. Oh, we love you, Linky. Contact me, anyone, if you need your chart done. Or like if I'm going to get married soon, or a third ex-husband. All right, let me go check out these videos I got. I even have timestamps, guys. They're so good. Let me see if there's anything else. I gave you guys Shelby Trin Simonson. She's like this girl is on top of it. Nothing new going on. You know, it is interesting thing. It is interesting though, right? That you've got the FBI looking in the reserve. You've got Dog and his boys looking
Anderson starts now.
in DeSoto. Oh, hello, Aaron. Let me pause this for a second, look at comments. And you have to wonder. Hello, White Drake. Hey, Crackers Finder. That's my girl. You have to wonder. Me personally, I do not think that the FBI are looking for Brian that's alive. Unless he has like some serious camping gear and something set up, and definitely a mosquito net. You can't survive out there. The elements will eat you alive. I mean, I'm not like anyone who wants to go on Naked and Afraid anytime soon, but I grew up in South Florida. I grew up bass fishing with everyone out in the Everglades. And I told you my uncle ran the airboat tours out of Holiday Park. It's like, and especially at this time of the year, you know how hot it is? Oh, thank you, Nicole Wilson. Hey, MonkieMar, hope you are well. I'm good. How are you? All right, let's see what the minute mark is. 17:45. All right, let's see what this is. I haven't seen it yet, guys. Let's go ahead and listen to my Anderson Cooper boy. I wish it was Don Lemon. I don't know if I can play it because it's not Don Lemon. I mean, I like Cooper, but Don Lemon's my news boy. Hello, Jennifer McCain. It says so hot. I'm in Sarasota. Yeah, I'm sure it's hot. I grew up in Fort Lauderdale. Raised my kids in Coral Springs, and like I told them, we used to go out to the Sawgrass, to the Everglades, every single night fishing. I've seen shows out there that would blow your mind away. Alligators eating turtles, and oh my gosh, like Discovery Channel stuff. Okay, so let me mic down and let's have a listen. This is supposed to be, one second, let me see which one this is. Oh, this is the one where it says that Gabby was beaten. All right.
Gonna like this guy in prison. He's a guy that beat a 90-pound girl to death, and we're gonna catch him. I'm hoping the public will on Wednesday night start calling my hotline, or tonight, Anderson, taken down in a bad capture. So if they're trying so hard to keep him alive, they ought to say, "Look, son, you did something really horrible. We helped you. We're sorry. It's a terrible thing." But you ought to come in. You ought to come in. And the lawyer didn't give him good advice. I said that the lawyer should have told him to come on his own in where he could have made a deal. But now there's no deal for Brian. They're going to catch him. He's going to get the book thrown at him, and maybe the parents are going to get charged too. And they're not going to like this guy in prison. He's a guy that beat a 90-pound girl to death, and we're going to catch him. I'm hoping the public will on Wednesday night start calling my hotline, or tonight. Anderson, you and I did a show years ago that after I did the show, if you remember, you subbed for Regis, and we caught a guy off of that show. So I'm telling to people tonight, if you don't want to call the cops, if you don't want to call the FBI, call my hotline and we'll pick this creep up.
You mentioned Adam, your son, who's 6 years old. It's been 40 years since he was abducted. The agony that a parent goes through obviously is something you understand. For the Petito family, it's compounded obviously by the betrayal of the fiance and the family of the fiance, who didn't help them at all. Do you have a message for the Petito family as they go through this ordeal?
My prayers are with the Petito family. I've saddled up. I'm going to do everything I can to help you catch this guy, to make sure he faces justice. And nobody knows that pain. The loss of a child, we don't have it in our genes to bury our children, Anderson. You've got kids. You can't imagine if somebody killed those kids and you had to go to their funeral. So my prayers are with them, and I'm trying to help them in my own way. We're both parents of murdered children. It's not closure, Anderson. It's justice. We need to see this creep brought in and pay for this. And my heart is out to them. It just ended in a horrible, horrible way. But this guy's a coward. This guy's a coward who beat and killed a 90-pound, beautiful, wonderful, sweet young lady. So he's going down sooner than later.
John Walsh, I appreciate you being with us again. The program In Pursuit with John Walsh, Wednesdays, 10 p.m. Eastern on Investigation Discovery.
Wow. Whew. You know, how would he know that? Do you think, though, that he was capable of getting his hand on the cause of death? Or do you think that he's just like using that term as basically causing her demise? Tawanda, he says he beat her to death. I believe he did. Now, my mother, I wasn't even going to say this, but I'm going to say it. She's down in Florida, though. She does not do the winter, the snow. She does not even visit me when it's wintertime. But she used to work for John Walsh when Adam was still alive. So maybe when she comes and visits in the spring, I'll have her come on and tell you guys her experience working for John Walsh. But that's a day, honestly, guys, I'll never forget. Was the day that John Walsh was kidnapped. Let me look at some comments. Tawanda, why would he risk? He might know something. The police might have told John Walsh. I mean, he's been doing this for a long time. I think Brian killed her to stop her going with her friend Rose on August 29th. You think so, Anne? Or do you think it was like a crime of passion to where when I look at the back of the van, it's almost like they were just getting on each other's nerves for being in such a small area. And then I feel like maybe he got in with dirty shoes, or he didn't put something back or whatever, and they started fighting because it looked like the back of that van was tore up. It just looked like it was completely, like, whoever did it looked like they were in a rage, and it was like just tore it up to prove a point or to really upset her. White Drake, the audacity of the Laundrie family to welcome Gabby into their home over the past 2 years and treated her like a daughter in law. How cold hearted have they been towards Gabby's family? Yeah, very cold hearted. Karma will get them. So, do you guys think that dog is gonna find? I actually have one more video I want to play too. Well, one more part of a video, I think. Oh, these are the campers that camped next to the laundries. I'll play that in a second. Tawanda believes he beat her. Yeah, whatever he did to her, he's a monster. But my belief is they are not searching that reserve for a man that is alive. And I can't stress it enough, okay? People do not go swimming in swampy areas like that back into, eventually connect into Everglades. You're talking mangroves on the ocean, and you're talking about, yeah, not good conditions. You're talking about naked and afraid conditions. And they are not going to send dive teams in because they think that he's hiding out in water where probably alligators live. I just don't see it. I don't imagine they're going to bring dive teams into an area like that. That would be like out in the Everglades fishing when I told you I used to take my youngest and seeing divers out there in those bodies of water looking for somebody who's camping out. Jennifer McCain, and people that come from Florida, Louisiana that know about the alligator situation, like you are you're just not going swimming in those bodies of water. Stephanie, we're alligators and it's flooding, so that means alligators there in extra areas that they are not normally. Yep. You're absolutely correct. Uh Hi Nori. He beat her with large rocks. That's what the FBI took the rocks from the crime scene. Exactly. And some of those rocks that they had spray painted the red on. I agree. MonkieMar, do you think Robbie, I do not think Brian's alive. I have said this for a long time. I think if Brian was going to try to plan something and he was that manipulative and narcissistic and whatever, well, I think he's definitely a weirdo. But we're going to find out more about him when we start reading the book next Monday, Lullaby, because that's the one that won, guys. Let me show you. That's the one. 76% Lullaby, Chuck Palahniuk. I think, like I said the other night, I think it was last night. God, it's so weird saying this, but if I did that crime after being pulled over by the police and having a report filed, me personally, I would have totally gotten far away from the van and said that I woke up and Gabby in the van was gone. I would not have driven that van back in the condition it was in, the back of that van, with everyone probably knowing, even his parents, how Gabby kept the van and no Gabby. And then he hung out. Maybe he took one final trip with his parents and then left the phone, left whatever. They said he left with a backpack, but if that's him in that picture, walking down the road at 1:18, 4:18, whatever time it was, He's not wearing a backpack. Hello, Lee Hampton. It will be in federal court due to a cross state line, so it will be in federal court in Wyoming. You're correct. None of that, if he's alive and he's taken in, none of that will go to court in Florida. Now, if his parents get charges, they will deal with the Florida system. And I pity them to have to deal with that. Figure skating coach thinks he's alive. If he's alive, I think he will do much better being on the Appalachian Trail. And we know that him and Gabby, or he went alone to Blood Mountain in Georgia. So that's on the trail. It's off the trail, but it's out there. Who knows where he is? But I think the feds think that he's dead at the reserve, and that's why they're completely still searching there. Because if Brian was alive, he would know from seeing copters and hearing dogs and, swamp buggies and airboats and ATVs, and he wouldn't still be there. But the FBI is not leaving, and I don't think the FBI is dumb. Ann Lane thinks that he is hiding in a house. It will be hard to find him. He's hiding in whose house? Hello, sweet Melissa. Brandywine Colby. His parents should get charged. I do not know where he is. Figure skating coach Tawanda, his parents also know where he is. You think they still know where he is? I think they don't. See, I don't know if the parents now know where he is. I think the parents were going to think they were going to know where he was with his new AT&T phone, but he could still have, they could have bought the AT&T phone in a burner phone to throw it off. They could have planted all those things at different areas and then took off. He could be in California. He could be in Canada. He could be in Mexico. Anne is convinced that he is hiding out in a house. Tawanda thinks that he's moving at night or he's hiding and someone is taking care of him. The Mustang thing is a total cover up, just my thoughts. Yeah, at first I thought they probably brought the Mustang there and left it, and then they got the citation, they go back and they get it. And then the trip canceled, and then they go back and they're at the Soto and they find energy drinks and something about burned flip-flops. Let me see if I can find that. No, Linky. His parents had a condo, a house in New York, another house in, let me find that article. They had a house, a condo, a house in New York, and this house. And the only property they still own is the house they have now. Yeah, something about flip-flops that were burned. Let me see if I can find it. I think they were talking about Robert Sherman. Or a dog found it and Robert Sherman posted it. Because supposedly Robert Sherman's been a Dog the Bounty's butt like really close since all of this started. And it was something about a picture of something being burned. I don't know if anyone else has seen it. I bet you two iconic flip flops in Discord. Okay, hang on one second. Here's the energy can. It actually might be on that thing. Let me see 1 second, and then I'm going to open Discord 1 sec. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I know I saw it earlier. Let me save it so I can zoom in on it. Well, who would burn a pair of BOC flip flops? Like, those things are awesome. Those look like girl flip flops on the right. Are they burned or yeah, they're I don't know. They're a little charred. That's weird. I mean, you can definitely see the difference on the sizes. Is that not creepy? Let me go into full screen. Hang on, guys. Like, seriously. Tell you what, those shoes right there are some of the most comfortable shoes in the world. When you cut hair 15 hours a day, I wear a pair of those, but they're not flip flops, of course. So yeah, so let me get rid of this comment real quick. So here, and then this one looks like the other one to the girl's shoe, and these look like reefs. That's a little strange. And I guess this is the same area. I mean, don't really take. I mean, Too Iconic will tell me if I'm wrong. Too Iconic, do you want a link to come up and then I can take a little bathroom break? I'm only going to stay on like maybe 30 more minutes. But how bizarre is that? See, I can't look at this stuff at work, but I hear it. So I wait until nighttime and come see it with you guys. How weird is that? Let me drop a link. Iconic always has good she knows like everything with what's going on. Let's go back and see if there's anything else we missed. Oh, did we? Yeah, we need to watch real quick, and then we need to watch the couple that camped next to them. Let me see what the 8 minutes.
Do you want the good stuff?
Of course, yes.
Like the beginning of the end? And
all right.
I think this is from Carpe. Thank you.
At Fort DeSoto Park.
According to county documents, they were staying right next to the Laundrie family.
We had a call a little while ago from the news.
It started with a phone call from us.
We checked in on Monday, Labor Day.
And then came the phone call to her camping buddies.
Apparently, they were at the campground when we were there, and they were right next to us. Are you kidding?
Marcy Newsom and her husband, Kenny, started putting the pieces together.
This is next to us, and I see a red truck.
One photo at a time.
And that red truck was right there. We have a picture of it.
The couple and their friends are now looking back at their captured memories, wondering if this man.
You took a selfie of the four of us, and in the background there's a guy.
Oh. Now, see, when I look at that guy walking with those long arms, I think that is definitely Brian.
It's crazy. Could that be
It
Brian?
had been Brian Laundrie.
They kept to themselves. They were there, and then they weren't.
Brian
This tip
Laundrie's
has been
attorney
submitted to the
says
FBI.
Brian, his mom, and his dad all arrived at the park on September 6th and left on September 7th. But a public records request from Pinellas County shows Roberta Laundrie, Brian's mom, checked out on the 8th. All of this was happening while Gabby Petito's family was worried sick, trying to get a hold of the Laundries. And Gabby's parents say they never heard back.
Very strange. If somebody I knew was missing, I wouldn't be going camping.
Megan Myers, NBC2.
Yeah, so just to reiterate, Brian Laundrie did come home on September 1st without Gabby.
You don't think so? That kind of looked like him, actually. Too tall. I don't know. I thought it kind of looked like him. Let's go back and see. Let me mute this. I don't know. He's got those long arms. Oh, Brian is definitely a dark man. I wonder if Brian used to hurt animals when he was a kid. Exactly, Lanky. That was my goal. No fighting, bickering BS. There's so many other places to do that at. But he has long arms. This guy definitely, to me, looks like he has long arms. It could be, maybe it's not, but I mean, it's not like he wasn't supposed to be where he was supposed to be at that campground. And that dude is there on the same day and looks like him. Who is this guy? Joseph Morris. I don't know. Hello, Brenda. If I had a vote, if it was Brian or not, I would definitely probably say, I think it's Brian. So that's the neighbors. Site 1, which we all know on the 6th. She canceled the first one. And really, guys, that's it. Now, you remember me telling you real quick, let me see something. Let me just show you one last thing before I wrap up this stream because I have to work in the morning. But we remember baby Nevaeh, right? The one from recently. She was with her stepdad and she went supposedly missing and she walked out the door and they found her in Mississippi and the mom made that plea. Oh, there's two iconic. Great. I can take a 2 minute. Let me show this one. You have your microphone muted, girl. Okay, let me show you this one video real quick, guys. It's not long because I don't want to make a whole video on it. Yeah, so she this is absolutely crazy.
Were you able to see the sunglasses with the sandals?
No, you're gonna have to mention that when I go use the little girl's room real quick and I'll grab it off Discord.
Definitely.
But I want to show you guys this. This is crazy. Because you saw the mom and her crying plea. So this is the newest update on the little Nevaeh case.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
News.
Philip Garner, the boyfriend of Nevaeh's mother, was arrested for his part in disposing of Nevaeh's deceased body and bringing it across state lines. To date, Baton Rouge Police Department detectives arrested Lanaya Brittany Cardwell, the mother of Nevaeh, and she was charged with second-degree murder.
Good evening to you, friends. So the Baton Rouge Police Department called everybody over for a press conference today to try and give some details on what happened in this case here. They didn't give a whole lot other than thank each other, and then they said that they did arrest the mother now, that precious girl who was originally reported missing. Investigators say she did indeed play a part in the death of her daughter. The boyfriend also now faces murder charges as well.
Our Perry Robinson was there. He is standing by live with the latest information for us. Perry?
Hey, Tisha and Greg, BRPD made the stunning announcement saying that both Linnea Cardwell, the mom of baby Nevaeh, and her boyfriend, Philip Gardner, were both charged with second-degree murder. Now, a source did confirm to WAFB that as of now, the past, or really over the last few minutes, that they are still unsure who allegedly killed the little girl, stressing their investigation is still in its early stages. Now, an autopsy did reveal that the death was a homicide. However, we still don't know how exactly she died. Now, Cardwell claimed that she left Nevaeh in her boyfriend's care while she went to work. She claimed Gardner later reported that he could not locate the girl. Allen's body was eventually founded in a wooded area in Hancock County, Mississippi on Sunday. Here's what Chief Murphy Paul had to say about the case just a few minutes ago.
You know, as a law enforcement agency, the safety of our citizens is of the utmost importance. And this is especially true for our children. You know, as a parent, the well-being of my children is sacred. And I'm sure the same is true for everybody who's watching, those who are standing around me today, parents, guardians who are watching this press conference.
And again, Chief Paul says that they are still in the early stages of this investigation and that they do have a long ways to go and that this is not the end of this case. And so, of course, we'll continue to update you guys as we continue to learn more information and as it is revealed to us, hopefully over the next few days and possibly later tonight. For now, guys, back to you.
All right, Perry, thank you for that. So our coverage surrounding the details of this case continues on the 9 News app. I know a lot of you out there have a lot of questions. We are, as we speak, trying to track down a lot of these details from.
My gosh. So the mother was being bad. That's horrible.
That is disgusting.
Okay, I'm going to go look in Discord real quick. Yeah, so tell us about the sandals.
Okay, so I don't know how many of you saw the picture of the back of the van from the red, white, and buffoons photo, I observed that so hard, and I am just convinced that those were female shoes at the back of the van. And the style of those shoes, and they could have nothing to do with it for all I know, but they're very similar to the ones in that picture. So I could see why they would be instantly pulled to those shoes. But if you look at the picture closely, there is a lot of reef in the photo, but there are a pair of black sunglasses sitting just at the bottom of the shoes.
Okay, wait 1 second. You're talking about the picture that I was showing earlier.
Yes.
Okay, let me put that back up. Hang on. So how was your day today?
I was hoping it would be more eventful with all of this, but I feel like a lot of stuff came out and a lot of nothing at the same time.
Okay, which way am I looking?
Okay, so right above your cursor are the earpieces.
Oh, right
Yeah.
there.
And it's just one
Right
pair of
there.
sunglasses for the two pairs of shoes. So
So
take that for what you will.
there's the arm.
Those are definitely
There's
more
the
main.
arm. And then I can't read what brand they are, but it's right there in white letters.
I can't see it. They kind of look like
This
Oakley's.
is OAK. You know what? They might
Oakley.
actually be Oakley's. Wait a second. Let me try something. They actually, I think they are Oakley's.
They definitely look like them.
Let's see something. I don't know if it's how much it's going to break the pixel, but let's see.
Yeah, what are the chances that they wash up in a pair, but much less two pairs?
Okay, so what, 2 pairs of sandals?
Yeah, someone said in the comments, what are the chances they wash up in a pair? But that's 4 shoes, so pretty big coincidence.
OAKLEY.
Oh,
Yeah, that could definitely be a pair of Oakley's. I'm speculating, but without a doubt.
I mean, I have the theory that they will find, or that they did find her barefoot. And so if that's the case, did they find the shoes there with her? Did they ever find the shoes? And maybe did he dispose of them for a reason? And could those maybe be the shoes? I don't know.
Let's see what's going on with these pictures.
For Mr. Brian.
We know
There's a
this
few
one.
islands
Put some
that-
sunblock on, please, dog.
No rust, no.
Oh, wait, here it is.
I can't print that. No rust, no. I can't print that. No rust, no.
Yeah, so that's when he found the can, and then supposedly, right, it was a can just like that in his mom's purse or something.
Supposedly, and I sent you a picture of the type. It's sugar free, so I mean, if he's a health nut, maybe. I have no idea.
Could you actually see the can in the mom's purse, or could you just see the top of it? I saw this picture somewhere.
I don't think I saw the can.
I think I know. I've seen the picture.
Very, very important question. Your way past him into the.
I can't watch that. I can't see her. Oh.
Look at the.
Her face just breaks my heart. That
She
one right
looks
there.
like she feels so guilty.
It's heartbreaking to see her face in that cop cam and the cop hearing that he actually slapped her.
Well, she was saying Brian was being mean, which she probably already felt little. And then the cops come and now it's suddenly all her fault. And if she had any sort of doubt that it was her fault, well, now you have 5 different people telling you that it also is your fault. That is heartbreaking.
Yeah, and then the way that she said, like when she showed the cop about, well, maybe he grabbed my face, and then the way she grabs her face, I'm like, I can't watch anymore. I can't watch anymore. I just can't watch. Look at all those flowers. But you see, okay, wait. Let me pause this. What? Who? Oh, thank you, Andy. Let me ask in the room who said earlier. I can make you a mod too, Iconic.
Oh, I would love that. Thank you.
Who said earlier about this being toilet water that was collected? And you need to type something so I can see you.
Was that Anthony?
Okay, well, it can't because look at what she's carrying in her hand. So they're literally, she's walking with that specimen container. You see how she's unscrewing it right here?
Right.
Can we slow this down on Twitter? And I would have to record it and slow it down, but we're not doing all that this time. But look at she has it in her hand. Look. She's unscrewing it. Getting the top off of it. And there's something, and when you look, they look over to the right, and isn't that where the shoes were?
Man, I wish I could remember. Somebody in Jay's thing earlier pulled up the inside of what that camper looks like, so you
I
can see
have
where
a
the
picture.
bathroom was. And
We
yes,
looked earlier. We'll look again, but remember, like we were looking at it, and I said to her how long her fingers were, but actually, wasn't it like a pair of boots to the left? Like
oh yeah,
who in the hell would wear boots to the beach?
to go camping, right?
Hello, Della Curtis. Do you think Brian would actually litter, let alone drink an energy drink? He was butthurt about plastic. If they want to, maybe the parents planted evidence to think he was there. I believe that was him in the background, though.
It really looked like him to me. The body was so similar, even the way he carried himself.
Yeah. He kind of walks with his chest as kind of like in like a bird chest a little bit, like from the profile. Oh, look, and I'm watching on CNN right now, and this guy is literally trying to catch an alligator into his garbage can.
Oh, wow.
And he did it. He got it in the garbage can. Army veteran captures gator in trash can outside Florida home and releases it into a nearby pond.
Maybe he can join up with Dog. Can go catching Brian.
Now let's go look at that picture real quick inside the van. Because I really, now that I think about it, were those boots? Oh, her face right there breaks my heart. I can't even look at it. It was when they, right here, this is the picture. What is that?
That looks like gauze to me.
Okay, forget about what she's holding, because we know that she's holding that when she walks to that van.
Okay, let me zoom in with my eyeballs.
But I'm going to zoom it in. What is this right here to the left? Those aren't boots, are they? Like, I have no idea what it is. Anne says Brian being bald, I think, means high testosterone, high aggression. Yeah, he's definitely bald. His head's shaved, but he doesn't have hair on top.
Could that be a folded up, like you have a visor in your window or whatever to keep the sun out? Could it be something like that, just folded up, or maybe a rug, possibly?
Yeah, maybe it could be something to keep the sun out of the back window.
I could see how it looks like boots, but I could also see.
Wait a second. Where was that one picture? It was on one of the. One second. It was on one of the websites we looked at last night. And remember, it had the picture of the van clean and the van dirty?
Yes.
Let me see if I can find that. I didn't notice the sunglasses in that picture, though.
I almost missed them too.
Okay, let me think. What was that? That article was. Trying to think what article it was on.
Let me think.
Hold on, I know it was yesterday. Oh, I'll find it. Maybe it's this one. I can't see chat either, so one sec, let me see. It was a picture, and the back of the back of his van was open.
One was during the police stop when everything was all crazy, and then the one where she had it organized like in the videos.
Yeah, and I thought, my gosh, who in the world did that to the back of that van? I can't find it now. But I know, oh, wait a second, maybe I can find it. Anything else new that we haven't spoken about that you know? Because I know that you follow this case.
Not really. I've been checking the boat scanners and everything still. No real activity. It looks like there's still boats out there though. The same ones. I don't know what they're doing. But today's kind of been a slow day for the most part, minus the feds coming and carrying in the big brown bag and then coming out with just the cooler, which I still want to know what they took inside.
Yeah, that's right. They went in with a brown paper bag, right? And they didn't come out with anything.
They just, well, the lady was carrying the cooler that she walked in with, or maybe the guy was carrying it when they came out, but it was a camo cooler. And if I'm not mistaken, the mom was carrying that cooler not very long ago. So interesting to know what that was about.
Like a cooler bag?
Yeah. Like almost a little bit bigger than a lunch bag, maybe.
Yeah, we just saw that picture.
Yeah.
One second, because that picture, we just looked at it tonight. It was on somebody's Twitter. But I'm looking for the article to where the back of that van was opened. I think I found it. Because I want to know if those were boots. I want to know what that is in the right corner in the back of that van now. Let me see if I. So that's really it. They found the can, an energy drink, sunglasses, and burnt flip flops, which is kind of creepy.
They did come back and say that there was another man out there, but I still wonder if he could be. I've heard that maybe he's still closing in on him and he's still asking for tips. So I feel like today was mildly eventful.
I found the picture of the bag. Where do you think Brian is? I'm just curious what your thoughts are.
I just feel like the mother in me feels like the mother in her at the very least would be freaking out more if she thought he was dead. I don't know how she could just hide in her house and pretend like nothing's happening if she was really concerned that her kid's life could be at risk. So I don't know. I don't know where he is. I feel like if it were me, I would either try to hide in plain sight or completely in the opposite direction of everyone. So while they're looking in Florida, I'd probably hitch it over to Arizona or Nevada, somewhere low key. He makes no sense, so who knows?
She's like, I would go hit somewhere and be low key. This picture right here?
Yes, that bag.
So you're telling me that somebody saw an energy drink in this picture right here?
I did not see an energy drink in a picture. I did see that bag though. And I'm pretty sure early on there's a picture of Roberta somewhere carrying that bag as they're going in the house too. So today the feds arrived with that bag and took it in with the brown bag and then they only left with that bag.
With this bag right here.
Yes. And I don't know if there's anything inside. It looks like it.
There could be. You can see how the bottom looks like it's got a little weight on it with that little dip.
It definitely does.
Wait, what is? Oh, that's an FBI agent. I thought that was the father. I'm like, wait, why does the father have
Oh,
a
no, no.
badge on? Yep, so that's the bag.
Oh, and I did hear that the FedEx and the UPS guy both showed up at the exact same time to drop off their packages, and he kind of maybe coordinated it so he could just run out there and get them at the same time. I guess it is possible to coordinate your packages. Pretty smooth on his part.
Right?
I think I'd be afraid to go outside.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I don't know. What this keeps me bothered is why the feds keep going back to the reserve.
There has to be a reason. It's got to be justified. Surely.
I think the reason is because they're looking for a dead Brian. Or they're probably just maybe making sure that he's not dead there, but I think they're definitely using a serious grid search and they are narrowing down like to when they're going to be done searching all of it.
Right.
That's just what I think. It looks like a type cooler bag, Robbie Page. Like something a woman would bring to the office with her lunch in it. Looks like something like that. But as I'm talking to you, too, I'm seeing if I can find that picture of the back of that van because I want to know now what that was. And I know that I had it from last night.
You know, another thing from that police cam video, him telling her to calm down and her getting upset by that and no one listening. Has any woman ever been told to calm down and they've actually calmed down? Because for me, if you tell me to calm down, I'm going to freak out.
Yeah. And just when she says, like, when she says the way that he grabbed her face, I can't even watch. I can't watch that new body cam footage.
She was trying to minimize what he was doing because she didn't want him to get in trouble, but he didn't minimize anything for her.
Yeah, he's definitely like the thought of him just makes me want to punch my computer screen.
He looked like he was trying to be buddy-buddy with the cops, arms crossed, all joking, like it's a serious situation and you're just cool.
I do not like him.
I do not either.
I think I dislike him as much as I dislike Larry Miliete. And there's nothing new on my.
I wonder if those pictures are on Google.
I am looking right now because I know it was one article that we looked at last night and they had a whole bunch of pictures on this one article. Today is the 1st. Let me see.
If you Google search Gabby Petito van inside, you can see the before and afters for sure.
Yeah, I think it was on the New York Post.
The Sun also has
I
it.
found. Oh.
Yes, New York Post does have it.
Yeah, I think I found it.
Newsweek has a side-by-side.
The most wanted man alive.
That's the truth.
There's mom walking out. Yeah, because that's the one that has the bedroom. Let's see. The house, the place in Venice. Like, I don't even want to look at pictures of. Here we go. Let me share screen. I don't even want to look at pictures of them together. Like, he just makes my skin crawl.
It's painful to look at because you see two totally different types of love.
Ugh.
She was so beautiful.
Yep. All right, let me save this. Ooh, I'm getting sleepy, guys. Save image as. Yeah, after this, guys, I've got to go to bed.
You definitely need
Gotta
to
go. Hello, Amy Miller and Nori. I love Nori's name. Nori says, I hope Dog doesn't compromise the investigation, but he is getting all the publicity. Maybe new show. You know what? If he catches him, more power to him.
Mm-hmm.
Let him get whatever he wants. All right, let's open this up and see if we could figure out. It might be something rolled up. I mean, look at the difference. Tell me that that was not a complete rage.
I just don't understand. I mean, you had to put a lot of work into making it look that nice. That was
look at
definitely something happened in that van.
Look at how pretty and look at how cute. I mean, how much fun would that have been to be that age and to go on a trip like that with a monster, though? Linda, they didn't show her face on that side long, but I looked good, and the bruise on her cheek looked worse than just grabbing her face. Ugh. Okay, so what looked like shoes back there? You know what? It's not even the same thing. We're talking about the camper, and I'm looking in the back of the van. That's because I'm tired, guys.
You know, I think I'm tired too because the picture I saw the shoes in was when they were parked, like after he was disposing her body, like pulled into that little camp spot. If you zoomed into that photo, you could see something on the outside of the van on the ground.
But see, now this is in the back of their camper.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be anything. I mean, you could even say it's a pair of cowboy boots, and that you could make someone believe it. I don't know what the heck it is.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But look at all those flowers. And she's definitely holding it in her hand right there. And they go right to the right and they look up to the right. You notice that?
Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, it's immediately
right there and to the right of that camper. And that's not a big camper. I mean, look at it. I mean, you would have to only have one person in there at a time to probably even be able to turn around. And you would have to be crouched over. Like, I don't even know how tall it is. Well, it might be like I don't think you could stand up in that thing.
I mean, he crawled up into it.
Yeah. Yep. But they came back for more evidence.
This was the first time getting into the camper, wasn't it?
I think so.
I believe it was.
Hey, Shredder. Oh, Shredder. Good luck with that. Get the tissues. That's a horrible experience.
It's much more intense for sure than the first.
Yeah, I couldn't do it again. Maybe soil dirt. That's what I'm thinking too. Maybe they were digging off something to see if maybe he was at the reserve, matching dirt, or at Fort DeSoto. But maybe they went back to the house to get more DNA because maybe when they brought the first DNA back to the lab, they didn't have anything on it, you know?
Correct.
I mean, it could be anything. And there's Mama and Daddy going in the truck, and the way she puts her hat down like she's going to hide her face.
Somebody
What's
said they think maybe they're going to appointments. Have you heard about her maybe being sick?
I don't know, but look at the way she's holding her cap down like we can't see her. Wave, hello.
The walk of shame.
We see you. Hello, Elma. Or Elma says horseface getting in the truck. Make it stop. Tell them what you know. Even if they do, and when they say anything, they're still not going to leave these people alone. They're going to have to move. Hello, Greg. They're going to have to pack their bags and move, just like Cash Gurnan's family had to move.
You know, honestly, I'm surprised the Anthonys never moved.
Yeah. I don't imagine if Casey Anthony would have done that, or even Jodi Arias today, it would have been like, oh my gosh.
There
It
would have
probably
been
would
no
have been
escaping
worse.
it. Maybe a whole different outcome.
Mm, exactly. She might not be free running around.
I really don't think so.
See, that will assist the canines in their search, the FBI. And they just went and got DNA the day before, so I'm thinking that maybe the DNA was not strong enough for what they needed. But this one thinks they're lying. But the copper was back. I don't know. I don't know. It's almost like watching a Survivor game and you're going to put your money on dog. Oh, here's a flight tracker. Or you're going to put your money on the FBI.
John Walsh is even in the game. Who
And
knows?
I was just going to say, and we got John Walsh, player number 3.
It's anybody's guess.
Good night, Linky. Love you, girl. What does this say? Oh, so that was like a helicopter. Oh my goodness. Look at all the planes flying around right now. Like
It
if
gets
that's
really
not
addicting to watch them.
look at how crazy that is. Oh, I don't know what I just clicked. Oh, that was the path of the helicopter earlier that he put on his page. Down here looking in Fort De Soto. I don't think he's there. I just don't think he's there.
It's really going to suck if they put all their money into searching the wrong area and he just gets away if he is alive.
Benton Rush says nope. What does he say nope to? Shreddertainment. Good night, Lanky. Adela Curtis, do you think Brian was in camper when they left campground? Well, who said that 3 people went in and only 2 people came out?
Dog said that.
Yes, he did.
And I think
So,
it was on the record somehow, maybe. He knew for sure, though, so.
oh yeah, we got to get out of this. I can't watch this. I'll be up all night. Let me bookmark it though. That's pretty
Yeah, the
cool.
minute you see a police helicopter flying around, you're going to be up all night. Like, where's it going?
Oh, these things that people watch. I don't have time for all of this. Hello, Lee Hampton. He could be using a boat going back and forth. He could. He could be on a paddleboard too. That's a lot of aircraft flying around at one time. I mean, like, look at how close these two seem to be. I wonder if we could find that missing flight 370 from Malaysia. That one,
Oh my
that's
goodness.
one that blows me away.
That one scares me.
Absolutely. That was
Start
one of the
going down some
craziest.
rabbit holes.
That was one of the craziest things I've ever heard.
How do you just lose a whole plane?
Look at all of those planes, though. I mean, is that like not insane? Look at this.
I was watching today, and then the police scanner actually informed me that one of the planes had crashed, so that was fun.
No, that's not fun, but what are the blue planes?
So I guess you can see international and stuff. Mine doesn't show up like that with the little pinpoints and stuff. I kind of have to click it to make it change for me.
Oh my gosh, guys. If you want the link to this, let me put it in chat, guys. And then I need to call it a night. Iconic, can you send me an email or I'll send you a message on Discord, a private message tomorrow.
Definitely. Sounds good.
There's the flight tracker, guys. Have fun.
It's really cool. You can do all kinds of things with it.
And there's the flight tracker. I think I dropped a link last night to the scanner.
Yes, you did.
Oh, thank you. Somebody left me a super chat. Andy Cruz. Okay, I thanked him. All right, guys, listen. Thank you for coming in. Have a great night, guys.
Thank
Stay
you.
vigilant. Keep your baby safe, but I'm telling you, I really hope that tomorrow's the day, because at the end of the day, the FBI does not have so much more that they can possibly search. Because to me, it looks like they're clearing it out. Like they're methodical about this grid search, and it's not like they did backtrack a little bit to the east, but I think I don't know what brought him back, but I think they're going to. If he's there, I think he's dead.
At the very least, I just hope they at least find the body. Like,
oh yeah,
something. I don't want this to just be a never-ending mystery of where did Brian go.
Exactly, but I also don't want them to kill any alligators to figure out which one ate them.
I agree with that.
So, all right, guys, have a great night, everyone. Thank you for coming in.
Have a great night.
And I'll talk to you on Discord tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, good night, guys.
Good night. Bye.
Good night.